Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to show you my home compressor setup. I already showed every part of it before in my bench test prep kit video. That's a mouthful. And I just want to show you how it's all working, put together, what your house will look like for the next 2 years, because this is quite a beast. It makes a lot of noise, it needs a lot of room. I have a separate desk for it and it stands in my office because it creates a lot of dust when you prep, and if it's in your bedroom or if somebody's allergic, it is not the best situation. It makes my nose really scratchy and itchy. So just now I am preparing to do my crown prep on my Typodont, and I set all of my tools together, all of my compressor is on, and I just want to show you how it works. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Alright, so this is what the entire setup looks like. You can see that my Typodont is now mounted. On the mounting pole, I have my loops, my bore blocks over here, my hand instruments. This is the unit with the handpiece and the air water syringe. The unit is attached to the air compressor over here. This is California air compressor. The compressor is on at the moment, and it is very important to know the settings of your compressor. I did not pay attention to it the first time I connected it, and I really quickly burned my handpiece because this is a compressor that is not meant for dental purposes. It's meant for home improvements and big construction works. So the pressure in these can be really strong, so make sure you adjust the pressure using this knob, and it should not be more than 30. See, my pressure over here is really low. Talking about the pressure in the compressor again and stressing how important it is, I have my handpiece in my hand, and I want you to see how low the pressure is in the compressor when I press the pedal. It's very small, so it doesn't go anywhere more than 30. I guess you can increase it or decrease it by using this knob. You can see the the little arrow goes up. So now it's up to 30. Alright, I'm ready to prep now. You may remember that I mentioned before that the compressor is very loud. It is, but temporarily. So right now it's quiet, but when it needs to pick up air, when it collects and sucks in air, it makes a lot of noise. It does it from time to time, and it actually makes me jump because it just abruptly starts making really loud noise. But when you just drill, most of the time it just makes the sound of your handpiece. When you drill for a long time, because it has a small tank, it really starts being very noisy. It scares my pets, it scares my husband, it scares me, so buyer beware, it makes noise. So my Typodont is set up on the mounting pole, as I mentioned before. Mounting pole is very easily attached to the table that I'm using. It goes with any table. I wouldn't use it with a wooden table because it would kind of ruin it a little bit. It's this bolt over here just attaches it to the surface. It does not need a lot of space, so you can see the leg of my table is very thin and it works just fine. So you can just tighten it over here. I bought it on eBay, as I mentioned before, and I will link it down below if you're interested. It does not matter which one you buy, they all work the same. It's basically just a piece of metal, and just this one was used, so just find the cheapest one you can. And this is my Typodont. It's attached over here. And I'm prepping upper tooth today, so it needs to be as low as you can possibly make it. So it just adjusts like this, and you can move it left or right any way you want. It's just a ball joint over here, so it's really movable. The only thing is that there are no face on here. There are no lips and cheeks, which is not really a problem for me. I have enough of practice with that in school. This is just kind of to learn how to prep, not on a bench top, and this does a great job. I haven't looked for mounting poles with the face, but I think it's just too much. I don't need that much practice. I don't need it to be that realistic. I just need it to be mounted. So this does a great job. You can adjust it by this knob over here. It tightens it and it does not move anymore. So this is an AccuDental Typodont. This was given to me in school, and this is what we use in school. I heard a lot of people, frankly, every course on the internet that I have watched, or every bench test prep video not requires, but it encourages you to buy 2 Typodonts, Kilgore and Columbia, which is ridiculous in my opinion. I bought neither of those, and the kind of rationale behind that is that different schools use different Typodonts and you need to practice on both. But I mean, if you can prep, it does not matter which Typodont you learned at. You know, it's your hand scales, it's not the Typodont that makes the hand scales work. So I highly, highly recommend you just buy one cheapest Typodont that you can possibly buy and call it a day. Do not worry about the Typodont you have, because in both of my schools, in University of Oklahoma and in Boston University, they use AccuDental. So neither Kilgore or Columbia would be helpful. Besides, they say you can reuse your Typodont in school. They're pretty expensive. You cannot reuse anything in school. You cannot bring your own instruments. You need to buy their toolkit, and they usually do not allow substitutions. So you will still have to buy a new Typodont. So save your money, buy like an eBay Typodont, whatever you can find. Do not worry about buying 2 Typodonts. This one is the AccuDental one. So when I prep at home, I always use my loops. These are my Q Optics loops that I'm in love with, and I'm using them for the magnification, of course, but also because of the light. In normal day-to-day practice, I do not use the light, but in my house, there is no upper light that can be sufficient enough for me to actually see what I'm doing, so I'm always using my loops light. And this, I have the attachment over here that helps me to turn on the light, and there you go. The light is working, and I'm just prepping with my loops light. I don't need any other light. I don't have a lamp on my table or anything. This is sufficient basically. And so now I'm ready to prep. My handpiece works and my air water syringe works, which is actually really helpful. I usually would wear a mask to prep because I'm probably allergic to this plastic, but I can't like blow on my, there you go. This is the noise of the compressor. Now it needs air and it makes a lot of noise. I can't even hear myself speaking. Let's just wait a second. And now it's quiet. Okay, I forgot what I was saying. So it's really helpful to have an air water syringe. Aside of my mechanic handpiece, which did not have an air water syringe, I would have to blow on my prep to remove all the plastic scraps. This is really helpful to use when I'm wearing a mask and I can't blow on my prep, and it's kind of weird to do because you would never do that in clinic. Anyway, so now there's also a water attachment. There's a bottle over here in the background. You can probably see it. I have it just stuffed away. You cannot disconnect it, so it's kind of bulky and just drags everything away. So you can fill that bottle with water. There's a switch over here on the unit, which is a bottle switch. But I would not recommend you using water with this, because that would be just really messy if you just spray water all over here, because there's no cheeks, no container to contain water in your prep. So I'm ready to prep now. Let's see if I did not forget how to do that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to show you the setup of my compressor and how it all works together and what it looks like when you prep at home. And in my future videos, I'm going to talk more about actual prep. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will come back soon for my future videos. Have a good day. Bye. I know I already showed every bit and piece of it. I know I already showed every part of it before in my bench test kit prep. What?